Hey, I'm keynote speaker and author Jones Loflin. My goal? Help leaders make the best choices with their time so their teams can thrive. Speaking of thriving, my plants don't look too bad. It's pretty amazing considering how dry it's been here in this part of North Carolina. I've had to carry lots of buckets of water to make sure these plants can do as well as they're doing. You know, if I've been doing that much work in the garden, I've got an idea related to leadership. So here are the 3 ways that I think watering reminds us of how to grow our teams when we're leading or managing that team. The first one is that you have to water at the right time. It would be ridiculous for me to water right now in the heat of the day because that water would just evaporate and the plants can't take up the water as effectively. I need to be watering first thing in the morning or late in the evening when it can have its greatest impact. Think about that with your team. Are you providing coaching, training, or other growth tools at times that aren't working for them? It's not impacting them. Maybe they're in the middle of an intense project and they're just not connecting or engaged with the information you're wanting to provide. When could you be more impactful with whatever resources you are providing to help them grow? The second thought is that it's best to water slowly and consistently. It'd be real easy for me just to take this bucket of water, dump it out in a few places and say, whew, we're good. That won't help the plant. It's going to run off and it's not going to seep down slowly into the roots where the plants most need it. Sometimes I think leaders are guilty of just kind of dumping a training or mentoring or coaching. Say, oh, I'm good, we've done it. Gardeners and leaders both know that slowly and consistently works much more effectively. It's about the consistent check-ins, providing consistent feedback and appreciation so that it gets down deeper into the individual's thoughts and heart even, so that they understand the value of what you're providing to them. The third idea about watering and leadership is that you need to water with whatever resources you have available. It would be ideal if I could set up a soaker hose system or drip irrigation here, but because of location and water pressure and other factors, I can't. So I've had to resort to carrying buckets of water out to the garden, putting it in a barrel and disseminating it to the plants. It's not an ideal system, but it's something to help keep the plants growing. You may be the type of leader or manager, Jones, I don't have time for formal training. I can't really do long mentoring sessions with team members. Okay, what could you do? Could you be more attentive when you're in conversation with them? Could you send them a blog or an article or something that would help them grow? Maybe you could send them a couple of my Jones Zones so that in 3 minutes or less, they can get an idea how they can grow in their role on the team. Don't discount what you can't do to help your team thrive when you've got some small things you could do. And remember, small and consistent is sometimes best. Speaking of helping your team members grow, I'm always looking for opportunities to help grow other people. So if you liked this Jones Zone, how about giving it a like, a comment, or sharing it with others on your team so they too can thrive under the heat of anything that they're facing. I'm Jones Loflin. I hope it's a fantastic week for you. Thanks for spending a few minutes with me today in the Jones Zone.